Hello everyone, this is Katerina and I'll bring you the full moon report, the report of energies for this profound, big and beautiful week that lies ahead of us. And I also present you as usual with the light language to go with it, and let's see who's coming through, if they're channeling in English, in human language, or purely in light language. We will see as it goes on. And wow, so today finally Mercury and Jupiter are shifting and starting to go direct. That means our communication flow will improve. There's a 5-day kind of intermittent period that's all part of this week, but the pace is slowly increasing, and where we feel like we've been pulled backwards and very deeply inwards in the last couple of months, where bringing something new wasn't always the most easy or straightforward is now shifting. And it's really interesting because this week we are also entering Scorpio season. That is really the sensuality, the depths, the underworld, really exploring what's deep within. So in a sense we come out of retrograde and we're entering Scorpio. And I was asking my guides, how is this going to impact us? And they said, we are in this huge up-leveling, and we are constantly releasing and realizing. So we get deep insights. And I don't know about you, you may have felt these incredible energetic shifts, the alternator all around the neck and shoulders, the base of the spine, where the Kundalini energy is anchored in and then rising all throughout your spine. The new chakra systems, also our connection with Earth is shifting and changing. And my guide said this Friday, so the full moon is on Wednesday in most time zones, and in America it's going to be a full moon in Aries, which is this fire sign. It's like, yeah, I've had so many insights, I've learned so much through the last 6 months. Now I'm taking this into forward action. Here in the UK, and I believe in Europe, it's in Taurus, and Taurus is grounding. So whatever you've learned, we're now bringing in, we are making it a tangible reality, and we are helping it for you to be part of your live stream. And on Friday, the second 1010 portal, there's going to be a super blast of energy reaching the Earth in order to shift the vibration of the Earth, in order to bring more higher refined frequency codes coming in order to really help the Earth density to shift. And the dolphins and whales, as I said in my previous video, they are super intensely involved in it. And the dolphins communicated with me today and said, Katerina, we just want to give you a heads up for the information you're bringing in on Friday. And I called it specifically in my information Ascension Masters versus Ascended Masters, because there's a group of beings that are really now stepping forward, that are the super experts on the ascension timeline. And of course, for years and years, different guides have supported us. Serapis Bey is also one that's heavily involved with the ascension. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, Ashtar Command. Overall, any and all of the Galactics of the highest and purest light. But now they are almost like the super experts stepping forward for that accelerated period we are in. And the dolphin said to me, Katerina, we are leading you guys through a paradigm shift, whereas before we may have worked on our software. Now this week and going forward with this new cycle we entered on the new moon in October, we're now going into the hardware. And said, oh, all right. And they said, Katerina, and they've shown me that process and guided me through it today. And there's more to come. And I thought, oh, wow, that's going to be an interesting week for me to then present you all with it on Friday in the teaching. And on Friday, the 22nd at 6 p.m. UK time, 11 Mountain Time, 1 p.m. EST, and 7 p.m. European time. And I mean, the last one was huge, the September one, but it feels like there's even more coming in. And they're saying with this super blast of energy that is coming to the Earth, we are receiving rejuvenating, cleansing, and alterating codes for those who really feel like they want to step deeply into that ascension super wave that we are presented with, like the forerunner of the forerunner, if you like. They are going to receive those hardware changes. And I said, how does this work? And they've shown me like our whole system, what we've experienced in this lifetime on Earth, in many previous incarnations, in different timelines, our ancestors. I mean, you can take it multidimensional, you can go through time and space however you like. And we were really, ever since the fall of Atlantis, wired for fear and trauma and hardship, you know. And now the Dolphin Collective, and they've said to me, Katerina, please wear Larimar, because that is the crystal that mostly represents the high vibrational frequency of dolphins, to bring that in even more, so maybe even in my system, to be able to radiate it out. And they said, in our system there are certain switches, if you like, that are aligned with fear and hardship and trauma, and they are making that switch in our system, that we switch back into the alignment of love, of trust, and higher alignment with the other dimensions. And the Galactics straight away stepped forward and said, yeah, no, Katerina, it's not just the dolphins, it's all of us. And especially the Pleiades, some who are aligned with Assyrian consciousness, Arcturian, Andromedan. The Andromedan are coming in on Friday, but they are presenting us with a different time template. Right, the Andromedans, oh wow, that's so beautiful, wow. The Andromedans bring in the consciousness and this real anchoring in divine love, whereas the dolphins help us switch into joy, into trusting the universe, into really anchoring that higher dimensional consciousness. Because say if our body, if our subconscious is still wired, I don't know what's coming, you know, or this carry on we have out in the world, I don't quite trust it. And if you're totally making that switch, your entire system is aligned with the highest possible timeline, with energies that are already existing in the higher planes. And that's how higher dimensional frequencies always work. They're based upon that. That's really the fundamental structure, that everything around it is aligning with it. And they are now saying, we are getting that download. So all of you who are here to bring in the new Earth creators, the forerunners, the people with innovative, creative ideas, thinking outside of the box, the empaths, the light workers, the starseeds, the walk-ins that are now many and plenty around. And the walk-ins already have a technology, many of them, where they walk into a pre-existing body, I was saying, but a pre-existing consciousness in a body. They are able to transmute that much quicker. But for all of us who've been here on Earth for quite a long time, and we don't need a walk-in, we allow our higher self and the guidance we receive from higher dimensions to make that switch. So all of you who feel called to receive this, my guides are saying we get more in-depth information on Friday. I will receive the template, the new templates, they guide me through a process that I will then happily pass on to all of you in making that shift, and activations that further prepare you for what is to come. And they're also saying there is a deeply cleansing and rejuvenating energy. So that's the Dolphin Galactic part now. The Andromedans are coming in on the call on Friday, and they're really deeply anchoring us back into divine love. The Andromedans are also very strongly linked to all of you who are on a twin flame path, or who are very much aligned with the rise of the divine feminine, the new way of forming relationships between male, female, or any form of deeper relationships. Sex doesn't really matter at all. But where that dynamic is amplified, and the Andromedans are really like coming forward to shift our relationship patterns overall, and also for those on a twin flame pathway. And I had no previous knowledge of this when I prepared my notes and everything, so that's complete news for me too. And is there any further information? And they're saying that with this shift, you will naturally feel that bubbling of light energies in your system, where you feel like, you know, I love to drink cider in the summer, or Prosecco, you know, where you have that bubbly highlight vibration going through you. And they're saying instead of having to drink Prosecco or cider, we are getting that directly as a download. And yes, all right, that's one thing I've forgotten. This is also a huge portal for all of us, not just on the full moon on Wednesday. It's leading to Saturday, maybe for some even to Sunday. There is this window of opportunity. It's a huge portal of light where right, and they're saying, depending where you are on your level of consciousness, you're either stepping into your galactic self, or you're stepping much deeper into alignment with your higher self, highest self, soul group, monad. So for everyone, wherever you are, it will be an upgrade, a step up, a level up for all of us. So no matter where you are, it will be an upgrade into sovereignty, into claiming your birthright. And the birthright for all of us is to create the new earth, to create heaven on earth, to create bliss and joy and harmony. And the overall energy, and I feel the dolphins again so strong, they're saying the more of us feel it, and the more of us are deeply intrinsically hardwired forward, and because that will also elevate our energies, the dolphins are saying then we are able to override 3D reality like they have for eons. They in the water, now we on land. And then with this, creating higher vibrational energy and a higher frequency field overall, it'll also help, like a magnetic pull, for the collective consciousness to follow suit into a much more joyful, easy manner. Because it's like, you know, for all the party animals out there that are stuck in 3D, that is very much a high vibrational party energy, where it's like, oh wow, I think they have more fun than I do. I thought they were the ones, you know, tricky and having to change and whatever. I've chosen fun, and then actually we are the ones who are finally anchoring the energy of fun, and not just the clearing of trauma. And my guide said, in order to make that easier for our minds, I went on a long walk yesterday, and they said to me, Katerina, you know, write down all the major traumas that you've experienced in your life. And I thought, how many pages do I have? And they said, no, just with 1, 2, or maximum 3 words. It's not to get hung up about it. Just writing them down on a list, and then really setting fire to that list. And it's like, that reality is now over. That template, that reality, whatever it refers to in my body, I literally give it into the fire of transmutation into higher light, and I allow myself to receive these new, much higher, brighter templates, and I'm so ready to receive them. So that list is definitely going to be written and burned before the full moon, or it can also be a beautiful full moon ceremony for you. Now, I am so excited, so I start to talk quite a lot. So let's see what beautiful energies are wanting to come forward for us today. And you may wish to close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. We are here to invite you into higher light dimensional frequencies. This is your time to fully surrender the old, to fully surrender and step out of old dimensional constructs. Yes, you have heard that before. You have heard the time of the Great Awakening is coming. Yet there are always pivotal moments in time where you can literally quantum jump. This is what you are presented with this week for all of you, no matter where you are, no matter what you are aligned with. It is simply a choice in your heart to make, to choose light and joy over fear, to choose love over trauma, and to choose trust and forgiveness and compassion over previous experiences. And we are the galactic consciousness. We are representatives of higher dimensional living. And we welcome you into your now beginning galactical age. The new age is of a galactical connection. You yourself are a galactic being. Aspects of your multidimensionality are currently very likely incarnated or aligned with other dimensional frequencies far out into the universe. So you could say we are an element of you, and we welcome you to join forces with us to experience the bliss in which we are since eons of time. And you are now entering the period of bliss and creativity, your birthright to create that on earth now. Iwashkikina namasa hiakikisa inini kakana namasa miwaki ish kisa sana namaha miwasa sana maha miwasa sana maha iwakakana namasa iwakakana masa hi si shashakakana maha. And we, the Dolphin Collective, would use this opportunity to reach out to you directly. However you feel our loving energies, our joyful spirit to reach you. Keep your hearts open. Keep your vibration, your energetic field open to our sonar frequencies, to the impulses we send into the waters, into the rivers, into the frequency field of Earth. And we are so delighted about all the responses we have received from you. And so many of you become aware of who we truly are and what we truly wish to share with you on Earth. Isn't it wonderful that we are now entering a time of beautiful co-creation where you become aware of our energies, our capacities on a whole new expanded level. And we are beginning to create this heaven on earth. Iwashkikina namasa, iwashkikina namasa, iwakana, si sheina namasa. Sayaki kinamaha, sayaki kinamaha, iwasa sanana miwana, iweki kisha shanama. Uyanana kiki isi ki sasana ma shia ki isasana maha. Sia kaka 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 na na na. Masa iwa kiki sasa shia shkaka namaha. Isisi shashana maha, isisi shashana namasa, iwakakana namasa, ashikakana masa, ashikakana masa. Blessed it be, so mote it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. So I just let it flow. Several of the consciousness of being want to speak to you directly in human words. And the last ones were the Alvin linked with the golden solar beings, and they said, if we can do it, you can do it too. And they were saying the golden solar beings linked with the Alvin beings, so they both carry golden frequencies but from different dimensions, and they are also helping us in their joint effort to create heaven on earth. And they also have a very joyous, uplifting frequency, so you may feel a deeper connection with them coming forward. The Andromedans, we really softly gentle energies are bringing in the new templates for our relationships, which I'm really grateful for. They also cleared and aligned our spine, the 33 vertebrae, that we can really have a clear antenna for what's coming in. And yeah, I wish you brightest blessings for this week. I'm now off to my local stone circle, which is in the exact center of the UK, to bring the energies in to receive further information for Friday. And I'm really looking forward to all of you who feel called to join me on Friday to have this super blast anchored in the earth, anchored in our template, and communicate with all these incredible beings and receive these latest teachings. And I wish you a most wonderful, amazing week ahead. Bright blessings to you all. Thank you.